I like boobies. You like boobies. Vicky likes boobies.
You're tacky and I hate you.
Now, are there any damn questions?
Have you any idea what the street value of this mountain is?
This is a nice fish, you know? Big fucking eyes, but a nice fucking fish.
Now make yourself one, dickweed.
Sorry doesn't put the Triscuit crackers in my stomach, now does it, Carl?
But did you die?
Maybe it's a 10-year plan.
Actually, that last one I posted, I took pride in that edit.
You should.
Too bad I didn't listen to it.
Did you have a parade about it? Did you have a pride parade? I had a small parade. There we go. David West and Weird Nerdities. I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
I'm Kyle. I'm Johnny Black.
There he is. I'm Joe. Yeah, that's all of us. I don't know how you're doing out there, so I'm going to just ask the group, how is everyone doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Not bad. We know you're doing good. It's a whole new world for you.
Yeah, it is. Bit hectic.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh, very nice. It's weird. My body's still getting up, but like Sunday was excellent. You saw me, you were around me. I was in pretty solid mood. I continued.
Other people were commenting on it too.
Yeah, I walked into the christening, and first thing out of Doug's mouth was like, "Oh my God, I don't think I've ever seen you smile like this." He's like, "Retirement's good then." And I was like, "Well, yeah, of course. I don't work.
Well, you would know.
I don't work for a shit show."
Retirement.
Yeah. I wish it was retirement. No, Doug, I'm still working. But technically more than I was at the post office. It's just I have much better control of it.
Who retires at 39 anyway?
I mean, if I won the lottery, I would. Fuck that.
You okay?
Enjoy life, bro.
You retired from the 9 to 5. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's a career change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I have the weekends off. It was nice having a weekend off without calling out of work and having to face the repercussions. But that normal Sunday feeling I get in my stomach from 10 a.m. on Sunday till the time I wake up on Monday morning, nothing. It was good. It was all good. Yesterday was productive. I still can't seem to figure out the shipping issue on the bakery's website. So at this point, I'm just like, if you want it shipped, man, just email me.
Did you talk to a person?
I put in for a callback. I never got a call back today. I did do a bunch of sample boxes for local businesses. I prepped a couple things for some orders that I know are coming in. A buddy of mine from Florida is ordering some stuff. I've got the mysterious Bonnie is ordering not just for herself, but to have it sent to North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and another home in New Jersey. Joe's former girlfriend was messaging on Facebook if I delivered in her area. I said, yeah, I'd deliver. I said, you just got to order shit. So there's that. There's that. I have a hookup with the local yacht club, so I will more than likely be doing all the desserts for their events.
Don't you mean, I have a hookup with a local yacht club?
Yeah. I beg Kyle now, anytime that they have any event, to just hire me. I won't even fucking charge above cost.
I never relayed that message to Jill about you're being offended for not being asked to make it.
Wasn't offended.
But before we go any further with this show, I do want to throw out, I think it's funny that you brought up something that Doug said on Sunday.
Yes.
Because I thought for sure the first thing that was going to be mentioned about Sunday was something that Joy said.
Hold on.
I thought the thing that I believe it was your daughter said was the capper of the
There was a
whole
lot
day.
of funny shit that was said on Sunday.
We'll get
I mean, the Joy thing was not as funny as it was completely, like,
Awkward.
oblivious
Hold
to
on, wait.
life.
One last thing before we get into the whole. I had to mouth something as I left to Michael, but Kyle, pay attention. Not only for desserts, but for the love of Christ, hire me to do the food.
For what?
How? For any event you have, and like I don't care. Just let me cater it. That
I
goes.
think I'll pass.
That goes for all of you. Just let me cater it.
Is that a commentary on the food we had?
Maybe.
I think I'll pass.
Rude.
I gotta say, that sausage was really good that we had Sunday.
It was mid.
Yeah. Been eating it ever since. So
I will say it was the best of the things that they had.
Sunday lunch, Sunday dinner, Monday lunch, now Tuesday lunch. So I've now eaten it 4 times.
The French case is definitely chicken.
It was not even. I was. Oh, and to top it off, I'd gone to a wedding the day before, and the food was so bad. Bad time. They had the same demon painting my sister has in her house.
Yeah, that moment was off-putting.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to never have to see that picture again.
Yeah, like followed me. But yeah, so Kyle's mom happens to.
Oh, we're gonna bring it up. I was just gonna say that
Everything needs to be
what I said and then move on.
Everything needs to be brought to the table.
All right. I mean, yeah. Do you want me to just ask the question that she asked?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah.
I don't need to lay it out. I'll just ask and we can take it from there.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, do you still talk to Fallon?
Now, Kyle, that was too low.
Yeah, she didn't exactly whisper it.
It wasn't
She
said.
doesn't exactly whisper anything.
No.
But there's a sleeping child in my house. I'm not going to speak at her volume.
Yeah, it was loud. It was so loud that it stopped us in our tracks because it was as we were leaving. And then Mike sat down, and I felt like they all started in, and I just looked at him, and I go, I'm so sorry.
I have a kind of a way of diffusing those kind of conversations. It's not flat out saying it's none of your damn business, but it's like, it's borderline being like, it just, well, I was shocked. I'm always shocked when I find out that anybody is talking about me, not behind my back, but when anybody has any concern about what's going on in my life. I feel like I'm a specter that very rarely gets brought up when I'm not around.
That's because no one asks you.
Yeah, I understand that's how life works.
Do you know who they
People
fucking
talk
ask?
about you behind your back.
Do you know who they ask? Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, constantly.
All the fucking time.
Yeah.
I said, we're not married.
Aren't you, though?
I mean,
Kind of, I guess.
it was legal.
Yeah, it is legal.
No, he's already married.
Yeah, polygamy. You're not in this state. No, we're not in Utah. But if anyone was to know the inner workings of my day-to-day life, it wouldn't be my father. It wouldn't be my mother.
True.
Your 2-year-old son knows more about what goes on in my day-to-day than my parents do.
Accurate.
Yeah. We haven't really got into the whole length and breadth of my personal life because I don't want to.
No.
But
Fair.
suffice to say, there is an element from my past that has become an element of my current, very poorly put, but
present?
Yeah, that's the word. That's the word I should have used.
That's a word that you use in those situations.
Mm-hmm.
Words are hard, bro. Keep going, Mike.
Words are hard.
Words have not be good.
Yeah.
But not in the same capacity as the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Despite how much your mother would love for that capacity to be the same, everyone else would like it, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing, right? And this is kind of just how I feel about people in general, right? Like, the person that we're talking about, whose name I already said, which based on the way you're talking about, I probably shouldn't have said. So that person, I always liked, never had a problem with, right? Okay. It makes no difference to me whether or not that person is in your life.
Yeah.
Because it's your life.
Yeah.
No, Emery, it's not you. It's me. No, it's not you, sweetie. Like, I don't know why anyone, like, you said, like, everyone would obviously like that, but why, though?
Because everyone seems to want everyone else to live the same kind of life path, where it's, you find somebody... Well, I think most people seem to. Most people in that conversation would like to see me find someone and settle down with them and make 2.5 babies so they can go just shooka their cheeks. That they like it.
It's
really like it.
It's that generation.
It's your world. If you want to put a happy tree next to another happy tree, it's your world. You do whatever you want. It's your world.
That's the way I live, and I do not let other people, for the most part, influence it. But when it comes up, it's always awkward because there's only so many ways I could say I'm a horrible boyfriend.
But there's also only so many people who would bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one person who really brings it up.
Yes.
At once a year. Not Emery.
I was witness to a similar situation at the wedding the day before. So at our table, it was me, Ashley, Zach, James, Amanda, Joanne, Chris, and Gavin.
Daddy's gonna go in the back room.
And so it was usual wedding antics, I guess. And somehow Joanne brought up Amanda getting married soon. And
why wouldn't you do that?
And Amanda gave that uncomfortable laugh that everybody does.
Yeah, I know that laugh.
Yeah.
I live by that laugh.
I know. So she's like, yeah.
I am that laugh.
She's like, well, we've talked about it and blah, blah, blah. You know, the same stock answer she would give anybody. And Joanne kind of dug again because family members were around. And so I was, yeah.
Give some context about who these people are to the audience.
It's my sister-in-law and my mother-in-law. They know those names by now. Trust me, they know those names.
One name more than the other.
Yes.
For the new listeners.
I mean,
every podcast.
Probably everybody knows my sister-in-law better by the name that I've given her, Mooch. Because
I never liked that name.
I don't give a shit if you like it or not. It's accurate.
Despite its accuracy?
Well, yes, but also she seems to be more thankful than most of the other people that mooch off of Justin.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so I feel like there's other people more deserving of that name.
But no, because there are other people that do, but there's a lot less expectation for most other people.
Yeah, Mike essentially lives here.
Yeah.
Part-time.
It's my weekend chalet.
So he's seen why she has earned the nickname Mooch.
I will actively attempt to feed myself at least 1 or 2 meals while I'm down there. Be like, yo, I'm going to go grab some food because I don't want to live off of you constantly. But, you're making a meal that I'll eat? Yeah, I'll help a little bit.
Yeah. That bitch shows up at, the first scent of food being cooked.
Just picture the cartoon with the scent wave.
Mike.
She has a move.
Yeah.
She'll come walking in, do the
little head
kind of velociraptor head move, and be like,
You cooking something?
You cooking? You cooking? And it's gotten to the point now where you don't even look up from what you're doing, and you'll give the yes or no.
Yeah.
Yes, no, or fuck off.
Not for you.
It would be better if if your kitchen window was on the ground, the ground, so she could just pop up through the kitchen. What you cooking?
She would.
Yeah. If there was a pie on the sill, she would do that kind of Grinch fingers thing where it comes over and
But yeah, so to diffuse the situation, I was like, well, if you do a destination wedding, I know a guy who books those.
No, seriously, when you give me a grandchild.
Plug.
Grandchildren was brought up too.
Of course it is. I'll say that for her. She has zero tact.
Oh, Joanne?
I wonder, seriously, if those two questions were asked back to back, which one is more awkward?
The kids one, because I'm very positive that Amanda does not want children.
Yeah, I feel like for women, that would be the more awkward one.
I mean, both are awkward.
It involves fornication. It involves talking to your parent about fornication, so it's automatically awkward.
That's why I always like to make it get real dirty, so the person asking the question gets really fucking uncomfortable. It's you know what? Backpedal a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't have asked that question. No. You brought it up now. So you want to know which position your daughter likes the most? And I'm not making that up.
When are you gonna have kids? When your daughter starts letting me put it somewhere other than her butt?
Well, she loves to swallow, and
yeah. Stomach acid usually kills the children.
Very dirty nerdities.
Dirtities.
But yeah, so I saved her a little bit on that one, but we left before, I guess, Amanda was leaving, so I don't know what happened after.
It got brought up again.
Hopefully.
Another group of people, if they're around a different group, it allows her the opportunity to ask it again as if it's a new question.
There was a very funny, awkward moment that Joanne didn't think I heard. But, Chris didn't know that I got my travel agent's license and I was doing the baking from home. That's because Joanne didn't say anything about it because she wasn't thrilled about it. And she, mumbled that to him. And I was like, no, it's pretty loud in here. You should speak up. She, shot me a look I was like, I heard you. I hear everything.
Okay, so there was the one question asked of me.
Yeah.
There were two other questions. I think the one Emery asked needs to be saved for last.
Okay, so Emery asked our uncle if his girlfriend was his mother.
Oh.
Robin?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes. It happened late and you weren't there for it.
I was not there.
You weren't there. So she went up to Uncle Rich and she said, "Is she your mom?"
Bro. She took it in stride. As much in stride as you can. I mean, it's a little kid.
I feel like it's very easy to be like, ha ha ha, when it's just Emery. But the fact that he turned around and told Doug, which now means everyone's going to hear that fucking story forever now.
Oh my god. Every chance Doug gets.
Yeah. Doug, Rich told Doug, and Doug laughed about it and repeated the story out loud immediately because that's the thing that he does. Oh. And as he's walking past me, I said, he just told the worst possible person.
In the fucking
and he
worst.
just laughed. He did the laugh that he does and kept walking.
Yeah, you know what? Even if there's the second worst person to hear about it, it's your mom. Because you know there's going to come a day where she's had one too many.
Next weekend?
Yep. In a couple days.
You know what?
In a couple days? Yeah.
The worst people to have it happen with is anything relating to Rich or Ron. Yeah. Because the people she likes to argue with the most anyway.
Oh, shit. If my dad hasn't heard about it yet.
Oh, he's going to hear about it.
It's coming up Saturday.
Oh, God.
And, okay, what's worse? If it comes up early on in the day or if it's later when everyone's drunk?
Both.
All the above.
Bring it up twice.
I think early on in the day is going to be the worst because it's going to keep getting repeated.
No,
it's going to be the punchline of the day.
The problem's gonna come.
Punch.
Problem's gonna come is how is Robin when she's had a couple, and will it affect her more later in the day?
Yeah, that is the big question.
Because will that upset her more?
As we all remember, a year ago, during the tragedy, when we were all together trying to be together, the Higginsness came out.
That lasted real long.
Yeah. I don't remember who diffused that, but we got to make sure they're there. Lenore did.
Yeah, Lenore did.
Lenore. Thank goodness.
I don't even remember what happened.
She's a fucking champ. Your mom.
Your mom.
Your mom and Rich. There you go. That's all you need.
It involved visiting someone in Florida, and
it upset two other people.
Well, the phrase, if I may paraphrase, menage a trois was brought up.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's where shit went.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, your mom's fun
You
about this.
remember that now. Now you remember that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Veritas. I don't know if Vinny knows the whole story. I'm pretty sure Joe doesn't, so we could probably fill him in afterwards.
No, normally when we talk about a certain person in Florida, we're talking about somebody else. So that's where my mind went first.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Not that person in Florida. Oh, wow, we have such an intricately fucked up family.
Don't we?
So many of us. We're so crazy.
Celebrate good times. I can't wait for Kelly and Keith's wedding just for Keith's family to be exposed to this thing. They're not fun people.
Wet mops?
Oh.
Magoos.
You're saying Keith's family is not fun people? Or
yes.
Our family are not fun people?
No, our family's fun.
Too fun.
Probably. Kelly's friends.
Some of our family is more fun than others.
Kelly's friends will love us. Kelly's new in-laws are absolutely going to think that
one of her in-laws is cool. His cousin.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah. But I assimilate him into our group.
Yeah, he might actually join in.
Yeah, but like, I don't even know his brother-in-law and sister. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna be fun with us.
I don't know if they drink.
That's fine.
But no, that adds to the fun. If you're not drunk at a wedding, what are you at a wedding for?
You don't have to be.
Again, go to Utah.
But yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be a fucking shit show. It's going to be incredible.
It's going to be insane, especially since the last wedding where the the Thompson-Higgins intersection happened, it was extra off the chain. And Poppy was really feeling his oats.
It's good. We had a good time.
Are we going to do a meatloaf thing again?
Of course we are.
We have to.
That's mandatory.
We still have to determine our other chicanery.
Yeah, we do. I gotta. Fuck, I was supposed to do that today. I have to group message the bridal party.
Yeah, so much to do. Okay, we pulled back the curtain for a little while, folks. Let you see what's going on in our personal lives. And,
Joe, you got any fun? Yeah, how's your sister?
Wait, me?
Yeah, your name's Joe, right?
Oh. She's okay.
Good.
Yeah, she's okay.
How's mom and pops?
They're good. They're good. I'd probably take do the brunch, and then Pops is... He's just chilling.
That's good.
Really.
You going out?
Yeah.
It's alright to say old.
Well, they got him... He's got an old man chair now.
Oh, I love it.
They got for Christmas an old man chair.
Does
it
Archie Bunker?
It is kind of Archie Bunkerish. It's reclined. It took him a little bit to warm up to the chair.
He earned that.
Good chair.
He now sits in the chair.
Nice.
Is it like Frasier's dad? Does it have duct tape on it?
No, not yet.
Did you say you're going out for brunch?
Yeah, we might go out for brunch.
If you guys decide to like make your mother brunch, you could always go to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com and order some delicious cinnamon rolls and other baked goods.
Yeah.
I should have seen that was right in front of my face. I should have seen it coming. I just thought you were asking him all these questions about his family to just be a dick to him at the end of the conversation.
No.
I didn't think you were going to use it as a personal plug.
I was caring how his family was doing.
I don't think you really were.
No, of course I was.
Justin's known them a very long time.
Very long time.
I thought you were asking how his sister's doing because you wanted to bring her in on the next filming thing.
No, we are, but I just still was asking how his sister was.
No, unfortunately, Beth's going to Florida tomorrow for some sad things.
Is that what the puke emojis on the Facebook were?
Yeah,
everybody
my
okay?
sister-in-law's dog is not doing well, and Beth's really, really close with that dog. So, yeah, that's sad.
Would it be weird if I said I'm glad it's a dog and not a human?
I didn't want to be the only person. I didn't want to be the only person to say this is an odd conversation.
That was the Suckford thing right there.
It's not weird.
Like I don't want to sound it. I don't
the
like. I don't want to be
the
insensitive.
way he led into that, I was expecting to be a person.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Because I can understand. I can totally understand empathy for someone losing a pet.
Yeah, sure.
I've never been a pet owner myself, but I've connected with other people's animals almost every time. I don't understand traveling 1,500 miles to console someone.
Well, also, she hasn't seen her family in like a year, so that's also
confluence of situations.
Yes.
Convergence. Yeah.
Yes. So
okay, that makes a lot. It's a good time to get together and on top of helping.
Yeah.
Okay, that adds up.
Yeah.
So just real quick to jump back to the Sweet D conversation, if she's in Justice League, is she gonna be like our Psylocke? Who's she gonna?
TBD.
There's an idea that has been floated around between me and Mike of how best to use
Emma Frost.
How best to use her.
Wonder Twins.
I have
Poison Ivy.
There's a storyline.
Oh boy.
During Joe's dream montage fight with me, his hallucination fight, and it involves D.
Oh, it involves D.
Fuck you.
Exactly, but not me.
Oh, so Justin's gonna be the Joker?
No, he's gonna be the poker.
Ew. No, I'm not gonna be the Joker.
I was gonna say, you don't have the proper Joker laugh.
You look nothing like Joaquin Phoenix.
Excuse you?
Yeah.
I have a deeper menacing laugh than the Joker, I guess.
I don't think so.
You've heard my maniacal laugh, have you not?
You have more like a... Even though I know you don't smoke, you have more like a smoker's lung, like...
No, that's the quick huh. That's not the maniacal laugh.
Not his real laugh, not his actual, expressing humor, like fake acting.
Yeah. We've heard it. You're not fooling anybody, dude.
What, he's James Brown?
You have henchmen written all over your face.
Henchman
number 3.
Henchman. I fancy myself more like Schwartzman in Scott Pilgrim.
What is it? What is it?
Have a maniacal laugh in that.
Well,
Schwartzman
no,
and
just his character.
yeah,
In general.
in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's dumb. Wait, have you not seen Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
How fucking dare you?
Define not seeing it, because now that I'm a John Cena fan... As As in
You've never watched
put it on,
it.
you press play, and you sit and watch them start to finish.
I've sat down, I've pressed play, and I've not finished.
You started it.
How many acts did you get into the movie?
I think the credits got done, and I was like...
Okay, so we have our second episode of Exposing Benny.
So you didn't even get through Sex Bomb?
This was like when it first came out, and I was just like, I don't know. I don't get it.
That'll be an Exposing James and Vinny episode then. Because James hasn't seen Scott Pilgrim yet.
Nice, we have been corrupted.
Oh,
we have so much going forward. Oh, folks, we have so much to show you.
There's a lot. There's a lot, kids. We're busy motherfuckers now.
Yeah, and if you want to sponsor us so that we can do more fun things and have a bigger budget for these fun things, please write to nerdduties@gmail.com and give us money. We will croon and plug anything.
Yeah, except...
And make sure you title it, I want that free fucking hat.
Yeah.
Give me that one-of-a-kind hat. Oh, wait, sorry.
Here, Joe, I'll throw something out for you. If 100 listeners email us saying "Free Joe," I'll let you start talking about Star Trek again.
Oh, wow.
100
breadcrumbs have been laid.
100 listeners.
Only 100 more than
100 listeners.
There's Justin setting up an insurmountable goal. What is this, John Wick? Is this how he's going to get out?
I'm trying to get us money.
I'm trying to get us money, and you're playing my fucking emotions again.
Joe, all you have to do is create one fake email address a day, and in a little over 3 months, you'll be able to talk about Star Trek again.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
Some days you double up. Some days you put on a mustache. Groucho Mark nose.
I am Guy Incognito.
You and Beth tried a Muppet Man.
I am Inga.
Good times.
Alright. That's us. Let's do a show.
Showtime.
Oh shit, I forgot we still have to do one of those.
Yeah. Well, the internet has provided us things to talk about.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them. I didn't notice any casting, but I doubt...
I do.
Okay, good.
I did see one.
Jonathan Groff, he who was in Knock at the Cabin, and the voice of Kristoff in Frozen, is going to be joining the cast of the upcoming season of Doctor Who.
Oh, that's right. The guy who played replacement Agent Smith.
Yeah,
in,
that guy.
Yeah.
Terrible movie.
Hey, I just rewatched that. It actually works.
I haven't watched it.
But it really?
Yeah.
Like,
it makes sense. And for no other reason, I was watching it, and there's the one scene where they lay out that Warner Brothers was going to remake the game no matter what, so we might as well remake it ourselves. So they basically told Warner Brothers, all right, you're going to fuck us over. We're going to make fun of you in our movie.
But that ending...
I like the ending.
With Trinity being, like, instead of them being the one, they're the two?
Yeah, as important as he is, why not?
Ooh, Jesus too. Nice.
Yeah. The christening.
The next one I have is Tracy Morgan is joining the cast of the Santa Clauses as the Easter Bunny for next season.
Really?
Yes.
I like that.
I had no clue they were doing another season.
Yeah.
It's weird because they already had an Easter Bunny in that universe.
Correct.
But, I mean, it can be enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm not against it.
He's like nursing a broken neck and shit, right?
He's a lot better now. I think he doesn't have to use a cane anymore.
No? That's crazy.
I'm going to check and see if he's still going to be in that Twin sequel. Because that was announced a while ago.
But, would they get
I don't
Eddie
think
Murphy
that movie's going to happen anymore.
Me neither.
Thank God.
Well, part of me wants that Easter Bunny, though, to be Hugh Jackman. Like in Rise of the Guardians.
How about Hugh Jackman is the Tooth Fairy? Because the actor who played the Tooth Fairy passed away a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. insert
And the
anywhere.
Tooth Fairy? No, Dwayne Johnson's the Tooth Fairy. I think we all know that.
Obviously, he was born to play it.
Yeah.
Tom Hiddleston and Mark Hamill are going to star in a Mike Flanagan adaptation of a Stephen King novella.
I'm glad you brought him up because I was thinking about this while I was driving today. They missed the boat with casting that guy for Thrawn. Tom Hiddleston was the guy.
I think he's a bit too lank for me.
Yeah.
I know Thrawn's supposed to be a bit
Narrow features.
gaunt, yes, but a bit. Not that I'm saying it would be a bad choice. I really like the fact that they brought Lars Mikkelsen in, if only because he did the voice on Rebels. I'm a big continuity guy.
Yeah.
He did a great apathetic yet really intense voice. I don't know how he pulled it off, but he did it.
All right, we'll see.
So Flanagan and Stephen King are joining forces. Flanagan will direct, write, and produce a film adaptation of King's novella *The Life of Chuck*. The author published it in his 2020 anthology, If It Bleeds. King's official website describes *The Life of Chuck* as 3 separate stories linked to tell the biography of Charles Krantz in reverse, beginning with his death from a brain tumor at 39 and ending with his childhood in a supposedly haunted house.
What was that?
There you go. We can all make ourselves better. He says it right, doesn't he?
I did. I was corrected it right there. It was fine. That sounds fun. Hiddleston and Hamill together in a movie.
I'm super happy about the resurgence of Hamill.
Me too.
That's just voice work anymore. Hey, I would have lived with just voice work, but it's good to see he's getting live action stuff again.
Yeah.
Anybody else have more cast? Was that the last cast?
Last casting I got.
I had casting rumors.
This will be fun.
Rumor mill.
James Gunn responds to tweets of, are any of the Guardians of the Galaxy going to be in the DC universe? He responded, yes.
I'm constantly seeing him comment on stuff, and it's really sad that shit happened where they fired him and rehired him, because everything he answers now is just yes, no, I believe, I don't know. He is just straight up factual now.
Yeah. There's no like fun little jabs.
But he leaves his creativity on the big screen and on television, so at least
I, for one, cannot wait for Chris Pratt to don the cape of Superman.
He's not going to be Superman. He's too old.
But he's going to make a great Jor-El.
Fine.
Maybe he'll be Lex Luthor. You know, like a fun, witty, dancing Lex Luthor.
I would kind of like to see him as Lex.
Yeah, I'm not against that at all.
Yeah, take on a different mantle.
Sure.
Because anybody else remember the first time they saw Chris Pratt? For me, it was in Wanted, and I don't think I've disdained a character more than him. Well, I have, but he was perfectly dislikable in that.
Yeah, I can see him as Luthor.
I'm not like him. He played a dick in that, and he did a good job.
It's good dick.
Did you bring up Bradley Cooper's the other day too?
That's right.
Hal Jordan.
I still say Hal.
Yeah, I agree.
You can't tell me.
You get Two-Face too.
Pratt is too old, and Bradley is young enough.
See, the way I'm thinking about it is, Bradley Cooper's is a seasoned every time.
It's got to be
Bradley
the Bradley
Cooper's is a seasoned Hal Jordan to a slightly more rookie Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Jon Stewart's in there, kind of just, he's the middleman in trying to keep these two away from each other's throats.
Love it.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Yes.
Well, Pratt plays Superman. You're right, dude.
No one wants that.
I don't know. I think
no, even deep down,
the group.
even deep down, you don't want it.
Bro, look at his hair. It naturally does the thing.
No, it doesn't.
Pretty sure hair and makeup does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
I would rather see Dave Bautista play the Flash.
he'd be good.
If anything,
Dave
if anything,
has Atrocitus.
Pratt should play Booster Gold.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Suckford's go, because he's pretty damn perfect. If you want to play him to type as per usual, then yeah.
He'll be Superman. You mark my words.
No, he won't be.
Manifesting in progress.
He's got a better chance of playing Steel than playing Superman.
He's got a better chance of playing a live-action Crypto.
Netflix buying Snyderverse or Pratt being Superman? What are the better odds?
And can I say
Netflix buying
Neither. Neither.
Really?
Neither.
I'm gonna go with neither.
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 Well, you gotta say greater odds. It's not. There's no neither answer.
They could be equally impossible.
Yeah. There we go.
Time out. Are we done with casting?
Yeah.
Well, because I have a rumor of someone buying something.
Okay.
So, this is my Pat McAfee tie-in. But before I talk about this, I want to give a shout-out. The guy who said he never wanted kids finally warmed up to the idea of having kids after he met his wife. They had their struggles with the first pregnancy. Just had their first kid, daughter, 5 days ago from when we were recording this show. Yeah. So, and I don't know if you heard this, Justin, but apparently his wife, Sam, wanted to make like the public announcement of what the baby's name was. And apparently Michael Cole fucking ruined it.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Because it was supposed to be like, I think it was today was supposed to be the announcement of the baby's name, but he said it. Was it on Raw? Was it on Raw or SmackDown? I think it was SmackDown Live. I think it was a SmackDown Live show. And he said it out loud on the air. So Pat had to tell his wife, yeah, probably only about 3 million people know the name of our kid now before you made your post. But, yeah, so anyway, the rumor is that his show or some version of his show is going to be purchased by ESPN. There's an alternate rumor that maybe it's not going to actually be purchased by ESPN, but by Disney itself, which would be wild. But apparently, he recently had a meeting with Bob Iger, which is pretty nuts. So, could you imagine that fucking goofball being a Disney product? Or even not just a regular Disney product, even just an ESPN product.
You have to clean it up a little bit, but yeah.
A lot of it.
I don't think he does it.
That's like if we ever got picked up by a network.
Better be
I mean, the rumor is, though, Vin, he's 2 years into, I think just about 2 years into what was supposed to be his 4-year deal with FanDuel that made him a shit ton of money, like tens of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So, but I think even before this Disney ESPN thing, there was a rumor that he was looking to get out of that deal somehow. I think he's probably had creative differences with some of his sponsors. So,
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he goes in with Disney or ESPN, and you guys say he's got to clean it up, he probably wants some level of freedom. I don't think they're going to just say, let's do whatever you want.
So that's the thing. I'm wondering if maybe. I had this thought, but I don't really know if it's going to be something like this. But imagine he gets to keep his YouTube show, he gets to keep doing College Game Day for ESPN. But imagine they give him something like ESPN Wide World Sports as a Disney tie-in, where he does some kind of show like that. I could see that being a definite possibility.
It's got to be right. It's got to be right, though. Like, I think he has like a direction he wants to do things in. I don't think he's going to be. They're going to be like, all right, well, you can't say this. You got to say this. You can't say that. I don't think he's going to go over that.
Do you think in this climate they're going to allow him to work on his own over there, with the possibility of him saying something that could mess up the deal they have over here? Over here. Seems too risky.
I don't really know. I think that's the bigger question, because I think, given the fact that he did work as a SmackDown announcer, and he did have some minor slip-ups over his time there, but, like, He was basically working off of a script.
He's still under contract with them.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that was the other thing. Did you see that apparently Michael Cole is considering retiring in the next few years, but said he wants to do one more run with McAfee before he's done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also saw, this is retirement related, I guess. Edge says he's got one more good run in him after he's done with his current thing, where he feels he'll still be elite.
Yeah, so that's funny. So Edge wants one more run. FTR already announced one more run, and Christian's working there? I see it. FTR versus Edge and Christian. Done and done.
With their creative control in hand?
Yeah.
That could be a good way to go out for everybody.
Wow, the Hardys are there now, too. And the Young Bucks.
Wait, Jeff is still working?
Jeff just came back.
I saw that.
Color me shocked.
Interesting.
I saw another rumor. Ric Flair, WWF.
Thinking
Getting
of
kicked around.
buried alive match, and then this way it really puts him out. Well,
No return.
Loser leaves town, or slowly walks out of town.
Loser leaves life.
He'll never quit, dude.
He never will, but he should.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's like the male Mae Young.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm needed in the...
Word. Okay, so that's casting.
That is casting.
We shall have to tread forward without Kyle. A handful, very small handful of trailers. The Meg 2 is happening.
It is.
This is fortuitous timing, because just last week I watched the first one, and it is almost a decent movie. It's almost watchable.
No.
Because it takes the whole monster shit and it eschews most of the cliches most of the time, but then toward the end, just fucking steamrolls right into the cliches.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard with the Meg that the movie was kind of butchered in editing. There was an R-rated cut, and the studio wanted it PG-13,
Dude,
and they
even an
cut a whole
R-rated
lot
cut
out.
of that movie will not save that fucking movie.
Yeah, it's not gonna... Anything they cut for ratings didn't affect the plot. It was obviously just blood and gore. The premise of how this thing exists is one of those, like, oh, that's pseudoscientific, and I kind of believe it, that there's a layer of like, nitrogen at a certain point in the ocean that is a certain temperature that you can't break through, and they go down there, that animals can't break through, they go down there and fuck something up and create a way for them to come through, like create a hot vent that allows them. It's like, oh, okay, that's nonsense. That couldn't be, but I'll accept it in this fantasy world. And when it gets really ridiculous, as how Jason Statham just Chris Pratt's his way through the whole movie, almost getting eaten every 5 seconds. But they don't do all of the standard nonsense in it.
I did see the one twist.
There's enough of it.
Yeah. Oh, there's enough of it.
There's
They have they set up stuff to be different, but it's like Rainn Wilson as the billionaire, who in the beginning you're like, oh, he's not a completely douchey billionaire, and as soon as things start to get, he turns into a douchey billionaire. They don't kill the black guy.
No, they don't.
They kill the Asian guy first, though.
Yeah.
Hero from Heroes, which that sucked. Barely gets any work anymore as it is, and you're going to kill him off in the first 20 minutes.
Poor
Fuck you guys.
Matsuoka.
The only thing I really liked in the Meg 2 trailer was the beginning of the Megalodon eating the T-Rex.
Who's putting this out? Is this Warner Brothers?
Lionsgate, I think.
Okay.
I think.
As I'm watching it, I couldn't help but feel like they took the script for that Aquaman the Trench movie and pulled out Momoa, put in Statham, and all of the nonsense from the first Meg movie, and just kind of stitched it in there and said, here's a script. Film it. But yeah, it looks dumb.
Yeah.
was dumb enough the first time, and they're going for it again. One that I was lucky enough to run into, just randomly, The Outlaw Johnny Black, starring Michael Jai White, from the same folks that brought you Black Dynamite.
Friend of the podcast.
Well, like we're friends on like Twitter, right?
On social medias, and he listens.
Are we sure of this?
Yeah, he's mentioned it before, but he has listened.
How did we not make this a bigger thing?
Because I didn't want to, like, scare him off.
But, like, Spawn. The best part of Spawn.
Yeah, he was a great villain in Arrow, too. But
yeah, he's an ass kicker.
Yeah. But, you know, we were young then. I don't know.
I would have rested on that laurel for a while. I would have brought up Michael Jai White approved nerdities every week.
That's probably why I didn't say anything.
Yeah. Vinny said earlier he hasn't seen Black Dynamite. And if anyone out
It's a
there
travesty.
like Vinny...
That's a travesty.
It's very unfortunate. It's the best blaxploitation spoof ever. And you can say that because I'm Gonna Get You Sucker exists also.
Yeah.
It's better than Undercover Brother?
Yeah.
Yes.
Undercover Brother's fun. Not going to shit on it. Not going to shit on
Black
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Dynamite is incredible, though.
Because I'm Gonna Get You Sucker is set in the 80s, kind of goofing on 70s blaxploitation. Undercover Brother is set in like the early 2000s, joking about blaxploitation. It's basically the Austin Powers of blaxploitation because it sets a character from then in current times. Black Dynamite is a straight up period movie made in the early 2000s. It is filmed on 70s film stock. I'm pretty sure either that or they did a filter on it to make it look like a 70s movie. It is fucking hilarious. Not just good like Michael Jai White performance, and you get some fighting moves in there and shit. It is straight up funny. Absolutely worth it.
I remember seeing the trailer.
It's as good as the trailer makes it look.
Yeah.
Kung Fu treachery.
It's funny. Megan and I had not like an argument, but we were just kind of like shit talking to each other because she had like a rom-com on or something like that, and she was shitting on it. And I was like, you know, you can't make fun of me for my 90s action when you have this shit on it. You can't even stomach.
What movie was it?
I don't even know. It was like a movie where like, you know, the redhead from Will and Grace, she's with some guy, and his brother is banging her sister, and they're getting married. Maybe.
Was it The Wedding Date? I fucking love The Wedding Date. I love The Wedding Date.
The brother that's marrying her sister is actually banging someone, like, I don't know.
Her ex-boyfriend was banging her sister, and her sister's getting married to his best friend.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Like,
But I love that movie. That's a great movie.
Because there's a scene where, this is the scene I walk in on. She's connecting the dots, and everyone knows except her and the husband to be. And she walks off as you hear thunder in the background, and she runs away, and the guy chases her. The rain's stopped.
Yeah.
It's scene. She's soaked. He's kind of like, my hair's still great. And just, I'm like, oh, this is cool. For nobody. Where's the roundhouse kicks? What are you watching?
Starring Dermot Mulrooney?
Maybe.
Or Dylan McDermott, I'm not sure.
Dermot Mulrooney is the guy with the perfect hair.
I'm literally looking at his name right now, and I'm not sure if it's Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulrooney.
A.K.A. the Greek Butcher.
A.K.A. the Greek Baker.
Hey, guy seems like a good actor, but she's like, I don't make you watch these, and you try to make me watch action movies. And I said, well, my movies are iconic, and
that's a loose term.
It's not loose; it's pretty tight, like a butthole. It's iconic, and
They're
it's
not
timeless.
they're not all iconic, bro.
Yeah, they are. Name one that's not.
I think you'd have to name the movies, and we'd have to see if they're
Kickboxer, Bloodsport, Demolition Man, Out for Justice, Sidekicks. What is it? Time to Kill, I think. And which one? The Jamaican guys and Steven Seagal, and he's like,
Mark for Death. Time to Kill is, yes, you deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell.
I saw a clip of that. I'm going to take him to the bank, to the blood bank. Dude, tell me, like, that's not, like, what?
Lost me.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse is
movie.
like that.
Amy Adams was in it.
Yeah.
A character named Amy.
Yes.
Amy Adams is the sister.
It was early. Yeah. You're my half sister, but I whole love you.
But
actually, there's a dark-haired woman in that movie who plays her cousin. It's the best character in the whole movie.
Yes.
Sarah Parrish as TJ.
Yes,
that's her.
Exactly.
I'm sure it's a fine movie.
It's a good story.
I just, I don't get it. I don't want to get it. Give me a roundhouse or two.
It's definitely not top tier rom com.
No. It's
probably not even second tier rom com.
It's no P.S. I Love You, but
no. What was it? Early 2000s
or Down to You, underrated. Freddie Prinze and
Word
Julia
for
Stiles.
05 came out in 05.
Yeah, that's when they were kind of like.
I would say it's no Something Borrowed.
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely, maybe.
Die Hard's a pretty good rom-com.
Shut the fuck
also
up.
an excellent Christmas movie.
It's more of a rom-com than it is a Christmas movie.
Fine. You know what? I'll agree with Mike.
Dude, Lethal Weapon 2, that was a rom-com.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like a three-way. All those guys loved each other.
Yeah, well, the blonde lady died, and he got upset.
Mm.
And then he breaks his shoulder, he gets out of the water, and then...
Was her dying the rom or the com?
If you're going to consider any of the Lethal Weapons rom-com, you got to go with the fourth one.
Fourth one?
Yeah.
2 and 4, we'll say. We'll split it down the middle.
I would say 3 and 4.
Well, three is close.
I would say 0.0.
No, you know what? I might
Do
actually
3 and 4.
I might actually agree with 3 because it's the one where he finds a woman that doesn't die in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
She doesn't die, and
they play off of each other quite comedically. And
here's my score.
The dog. Yeah.
Yeah, eats dog treats.
Mm-hmm.
But the fourth one, she gets him to, they get married.
Yeah.
Every Van Damme movie is pretty much a rom-com. His acting, the comedy.
The com part.
And then the romance, you see his butt cheeks. Every movie. And they're banging.
Sure.
A lot of sex. There's
romance. I wouldn't say romance and sexuality and like sexy aren't the same thing.
No.
Would you call porn romantic?
No, but he's French, dude. Hello, let's go lay in bed. We have the sex.
Belgian. He's not French. He's Belgian.
Yeah.
But I think he speaks French.
Yeah. They got took over by
He's
French.
kind of got like a hybrid accent. Hello, I'm Van Damme.
He's Creole. My mom is Creole.
That's right. That's good.
He's from Quebec. He was a firefighter in Quebec when he was stopping the bombs from going on the ice rink.
America. I am from America.
Who is supposed to go over there and kick Bison in his ass?
I am American soldier, Colonel Guile.
I'm obviously from Chicago.
Dude, honestly, in
The
his
deep
pinnacle,
south side of
if he
Chicago.
didn't have that decline, he was about to play president. He was so close, dude.
My fellow Americans.
I'm surprised.
Now on the TV, to tell you, I will punch Putin in the face.
They put him
It
on
was
a...
Schwarzenegger. Like, I feel like one of them were like, it was probably in the script, like, all right, this guy's president, and they're like, I don't know if we can swing that one. All right, they're Americans.
Did it.
They put him in a role as the president, but they fucking Pee-wee's Big Adventure him.
Independence Day wasn't originally supposed to be Bill Pullman. It was supposed to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's right.
Mankind, the world of mankind is doing something different also now. You know, some peaceful tribes all over the place like assholes. We have to come together. We have to grab these aliens and say, get the fuck off my planet.
So good. Let's get to the choppers.
Now get into my jet fighter. With my Dana? He's got my Dana? I'm just jumping around movies now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not the same movie.
Not the same movie. But he isn't a Harrier in that one.
This is true.
The cluster was falling down.
That is one of my favorite Arnold movies.
What is it?
Yes, True Lies.
True Lies.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
That's one that was huge when it came out, and then just kind of.
Yeah, but the storyline's great. You had the you had the action, you had the comedy.
The story is classic Cameron.
Wait, was it a rom-com? Was True Lies a rom-com?
It actually is. It's a rom-com action.
Yeah.
It's a rom-com action.
I'll be back.
Yeah. What's her face? I can't think of it.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
J-Lee. Yeah, dude, she was looking nice.
She was. I can't even say she was at peak performance because I just recently rewatched Trading Places, and she was 110% gorgeous in that movie.
Oh, dude, she was a dime. Her body was nice, tight.
Yeah, she was all around beautiful. But like, I think she had, she did that, and she knew she was going to be naked a lot in that movie. She was like, all right, so I gotta watch it. She's even eating salad in that movie, so she's fucking putting the extra effort in to look as good as she can, and then lived life normally. And none of us are completely tight, so she just. Whatever. And then Cameron's like, yeah, I want you to do this movie where you striptease. She fucking hit the weights. She put in the effort. She was toned. Those legs were strong.
Yep. The part where she does her that turn and that falls off the bed.
Her comedy was on point.
Oh yeah.
Do it. Do it slowly. The plaster was falling down.
Do you remember who the daughter was? Actress?
Yeah, it was Faith. I can't remember her name.
I know it.
Dushku. Eliza Dushku.
Yeah.
Did you know it, or did you need to be?
I knew it because Alyssa Milano was in Commando. Dushku was True Lies.
Yep.
I don't know if you had any other up and comers.
Edward Furlong. Well, it wasn't one of his kids.
Well, I feel like he was already up. Like Terminator 2 was the up.
He was pretty much all downhill from there.
Yeah, he was in the downhill.
Yeah. Although Brain Scan. Did you ever see Brain Scan?
Is that with him?
I'm gonna look up the name because I don't remember exactly. It was right after that came out. It was kind of a horror movie. Let's see, Edward Furlong.
I remember him in Detroit Rock City.
Yeah, he was good in that.
Yeah, that movie was funny.
All right, come on. Wow, he had a long filmography.
He played the Crow, I think, too. I think he was Crow 5.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
They made a Crow 5?
Yeah, that got that.
They made 9. I think the guy from, what the fuck was it?
Angel. I'm pretty sure Angel was the Crow at one point.
Boreanaz?
Yeah.
Boreanaz.
Who's the guy that does the Capoeira? What's that one movie?
Oh, he did the show.
Mark DeCosta.
I saw an episode of that. I didn't think it was that bad.
I watched some of it. They shouldn't have made it, but for what it was, it kind of. He was also in Pet Sematary too, so he had a good career at the beginning for a long. Where the hell? Brain Scan. Yeah, it's actually a pretty fucked up movie.
Well, actually, I'd say Furlong's career started going downhill after American History X. Because that is given the tone of that movie, and I kept saying it's a very well made movie and very well acted.
It's a bleak film.
Yes, but it's hard to say it's a great movie because it's one of those movies you watch once and you're like, I feel dirty and gross and
it's like Requiem for a Dream. You just watched a good movie, but you never really want to watch it again.
Yeah, it's not one of those where it's on TV. Oh, I'm gonna sit and watch this. No.
Mm-hmm. It tests your moral fiber, your fortitude watching it.
Wait.
That scene.
What movie?
American History X.
That scene? The curb scene?
The curb scene.
Because the shower,
Both. You just like very few times in movies you have to look away.
They don't even show anything in either.
No, but it's so
it's implied.
Oh.
All right.
Brain Scan looks like a good movie.
It's fucked up.
It kind of reminds me of Bandersnatch.
Yeah, it's got a real Black Mirror feel to it.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I watched American History X? I think it was the only time I ever watched it start to finish. It was back in like the when Netflix was like the by mail thing. That was one of those movies. I mean, obviously, I was still too young to have like an account myself, but I set up my family's account, and so I got it, and through Netflix, and I watched it by myself. And I remember finishing that movie and putting it back in the envelope immediately, and then walking it out to the mailbox.
Yeah,
there's none of that. I'm gonna watch this thing. I'm gonna put special features on. Nope.
No.
Done with you.
No. After that ending, the
peeled, folded mail.
Pretty much. And then to cleanse the palate after I watched that, I think that was actually the movie. After I watched that, I decided I'm gonna start watching like all the movies by like an actor. And the first actor I picked was John Cusack. And after that, I never made it to another actor because by the time I got through like my 8th John Cusack movie, that Netflix by mail was pretty much useless.
I thought you were going to go with the Edward Furlong thing and go to Death to Smoochie. Underrated.
No, I needed a palate cleanser, and I knew that Cusack was in a lot of movies that I had already liked. So I felt like, I'll get 8 Men Out. I'll get like
One Crazy Summer. That'll cleanse your palate.
I think I did get One Crazy Summer in there. Identity was one that I got through Netflix mail-in.
Not as messed up as American History X, but in its own way, pretty fucked up.
War Inc., Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. Trying to think what other ones I got through Netflix that were like that were John Cusack movies. Gross Point Blank.
Okay, that's a good palate cleanser.
What was that one?
Yeah.
I enjoyed the hell out of that movie. Great writing.
With the Jack Black's in it, with the record store.
High Fidelity.
That's it.
That's easy top 5 Cusack movie.
It flows so well. I can't say it's one of my favorite of all time, but I won't turn it
down. It's going to bug the shit out of me what the name of that movie was. What? It's another Cusack movie. It was more of an action movie.
Hot Tub Time Machine?
Pretty good movie.
It's not Gross Point Blank?
No, it was
1408.
Runaway Jury? No, because that was more of a thriller.
What happens in it? Must Love Dogs.
Serendipity.
Also great. What?
Why can't I don't know how I didn't even think about it. Con Air.
Con Air, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
He's so forgettable in that. He plays the goofy, sandals-wearing detective.
It's not a Cusack movie.
I was going to say, I don't consider it.
It's a Dave Chappelle movie.
Yeah.
You know he was in Stand By Me?
Yeah, he plays his older brother.
Been all over the place. Okay. Now that we've gone down memory lane with movies, I would like to give a review of a very recent one. Sadly, I was the only person in the group who was able to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 this weekend because you all have lives. And I would advise you see it because holy shit, what an emotional experience. Very few trilogies stick the landing this well.
I saw that scene.
I don't know if I want to get into details involving which character.
Hold on. I'll message you.
Okay.
I don't want to write anything.
Let me get into my my review.
Rocket or Gamora.
Dude, everybody has an emotional moment in this thing. It's not just... It's mostly about Rocket. The plot, he drives the plot, is his story, but everyone has a great cathartic moment. Yeah, that's a pretty intense... I have most of this written out, too. Like, this is one of the few reviews I've done in a while where I needed to make specific notes, and I might go verbatim, because there's so many points I want to get to. Coming out of it, I'm starting to think that the Rolling Stones was too expensive for them to use in music, because the whole point of the movie, I felt, was you can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. That is one of the undertones of the whole thing. You may not love how everyone's story ends. Yeah, that what Justin just put right there was the moment that made me cry.
They didn't see that. That was to you directly.
Yeah. We'll talk about it later after everyone's seen it. The ending sequence got me really emotional.
Yeah.
The standout, like, not since Endgame has a cast of core characters this large gotten solid payoffs. It's so hard to use even 2.5 hours properly for this many people, but everybody gets what they deserve. The standouts are, as far as character development, Drax and Nebula. Nebula's story, and I was just reading an article from Nerdist, I believe it was, that outlines her emotional arc over the movie she's been in. It really is the most fulfilling character arc I've ever seen. You forget how big of a piece of shit she was in that first movie by the time you get to, like, Endgame.
That part in
Endgame kind of reminds you.
when Tony says you won, and her just, you know, you just
that little smile. Yeah.
Yes.
The way Rocket is used in this was very surprising. I didn't expect his role to be what it is in this, but it's effective. And he continues to be the most poetically tragic character in anything I've ever seen, even beyond Nebula, who's a close second. They don't do the lazy thing of resetting his maturity either, because a lot of times it'll be the character reverts to being a dick again. They kind of forget their lessons. No, he's grown up a lot, and it forces him to grow up a little more, but the movie starts with him being more responsible than almost anybody else. Like him and Nebula pretty much running the show. But they don't change what he's learned, but they still manage to give him massive emotional hurdles to get over. You might get annoyed about how they use Adam Warlock. I don't know if that's been spoiled for you. He's not the Adam Warlock from the comics. Character-wise, he doesn't have the same gravitas. He doesn't have the same swagger. His powers are vague, but he's very strong, and he's interesting. They leave a lot of room for him for the future, to not give too much away. The comedy, it's still awkward, but lovable. The rolling laughs that build up, the awkward scenes where their conversations are just nonsense, which is the kind of the best parts of Guardians movies. They do a couple times, but they're not just nonsense. It actually develops the characters later on. Mantis gets a great monologue at one point that lays out a few of the characters' traits and puts one of them on blast in an important way. The music, the soundtrack, I didn't love all the songs as much as like most of the other movies. I enjoy the songs. I didn't love how most of them were used, but the ones that hit like a fucking sledgehammer. I will never be able to listen to The Dog Days Are Over the same again.
Dude, that scene.
It is so earned.
I loved that song forever. When I was shown that scene, I was like, oh, fuck.
I never really listened to that song. I've started to notice most of the time I've listened to music on, like, shitty radios, and when like, in the van at work, when things are loud and you can't really focus on what they're saying. After the movie, I bought the soundtrack and put that one on pretty much instantly. The point of that song is the end of the movie.
Yeah.
It's about accepting happiness. I had no idea that's what it was about.
You know what's
it's a
crazy
huge part of the movie.
with Guardians, we've been talking about this.
Joe,
What?
why does it sound like you're fucking swallowing the microphone?
I don't know.
Everybody
Not
heard,
now.
everybody heard that, right?
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay.
But why? We've been talking about this since before it was officially announced, when it was just a rumor.
We were the champions for the Guardians for a long time.
Oh yeah. This gives me so much hope for what he's going to do over at DC. Even not being goofy, the man really knows how to play with emotions, to structure a story well, to mess with your emotions and pay it off at the end.
The one thing that I enjoy about James Gunn as a movie maker and a storyteller is that everything around it can look real big and vast and wide, but his best work in those situations comes from the small moments he has with, like, the core characters that he's written.
And it's not at the expense of supporting characters either. Even the lower rung characters in it, like, there's a great running gag between Cosmo and Kraglin throughout the whole movie. It's a simple one. You know what the payoff's going to be, essentially. You don't know exactly how it's going to pay off, but you know how the turn's going to happen. And you're waiting for it, and when it happens, it's, oh, fuck yeah. I love it. I haven't purchased a Marvel movie when it came out on disc in a while. I've been content to just wait for it to come out on Plus to watch it. And the second this comes out on disc, I'm buying it. I might go see it again.
Wow, okay.
Like 75%. You know, every day that goes by a little less, because I just bought fucking tickets for Across the Spider-Verse, so, you know, money's money. Yeah. Loved every second of this fucking movie. It really is one of the best. I can't say it's the best Marvel finale ever. I mean, Endgame being Endgame, and No Way Home is still incredible. But it's its own thing. It's an excellent, nearly perfect trilogy.
Would you say top three?
Top three all time?
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah.
I don't know, because it's dependent so much on the first two movies and everything that happened in Infinity War and Endgame. But the best way to say it, it does right by what's come before.
Okay.
It doesn't squander. It only elevates.
Like, if you were going to compare Civil War, Iron Man 3, Infinity War Endgame, No Way Home,
Ragnarok,
the threes.
Yeah. Of the
or finales.
Why the fuck is Iron Man 3 in this conversation?
The finales.
Well,
Finales and
it
trilogies.
would just be
Yes.
it would just be Infinity War.
I understand what he's saying, though, because you can't say that Ragnarok and Love and Thunder are a continuation of the same story. You could say that Infinity War and Endgame are one long movie in a lot of ways.
Well, they're two separate stories.
Yes and no.
Because it's just
But
like
if we're just leaving Infinity War as the end of a trilogy, then it tops that in its effectiveness, because Infinity War relies on Endgame to finish that story.
But if you look at, like, you know, Civil War and Iron Man 3 and...
Well, Iron Man 3 I enjoy, but I'm not going to deny it doesn't hit the heights that it could. It's not even on the level of Ragnarok.
there's no Iron Man 2.
I want my boot.
My boot.
You lose, Stark. Ragnarok, enjoyable, fun, great action, some good moments. Doesn't come close to this, though.
Okay.
You will cry over a fucking talking raccoon.
Alright, I don't know, the last Thor movie and left me in an emotional state with No Way Home. That one freaking broke me.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought
playing
you
on
said the
nostalgia in a
last
lot of ways.
Thor movie, and I was about to reach through the screen and bitch slap you.
No. You had everything that happened with Aunt May, and then every time Andrew Garfield spoke, I'm like, just tugging at those heartstrings.
I could just watch him jump through that portal and take his mask off, and I get giddy every time. I expected it to be Toby, but just seeing him get the redemption.
The part where he saves MJ, and he's broken.
Yeah.
Kind of better him than her, right?
Oh!
Hey!
Cold-blooded!
See what I did there?
Guardians Volume 3. Check it.
I've watched nothing new lately because I've been too busy.
It's probably a good thing. We've already had a very long show.
Yeah.
I have one story.
That's
one
it?
single solitary story.
Dude, I have a bunch of shit.
I have some too.
It's a doozy, though. Has anyone heard what's happened with Wizards of the Coast? With Hasbro?
No.
And the
That was
Pinkertons?
Hasbro, no.
Everybody remembers who the Pinkertons are, right?
Yes.
They were a union-busting detective. They're a detective agency that was primarily known to be union busters at the turn of the 19th century, going into the 20th century. They rebranded themselves as investigators, but they're essentially the same thing. They try to undermine unions, and they're basically guns for hire. Well, Hasbro, owners of Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons, accidentally sent out a pack of cards, like a box or two of a specific type of Magic the Gathering cards that wasn't supposed to go to Street Date for 2 weeks. And some YouTuber got his hands on them and put online that he got his hands on them. Well, Hasbro sent the fucking Pinkertons to his house to threaten him. Tried to bust his door down just to get these cards back. Threatened his wife. Threatened his dog.
Shit.
Over fucking Magic the Gathering cards that they mistakenly sent out into the world.
Yeah.
So, holy fucking shit.
Did they kill the dog?
Fortunately, no. Only cops can do that.
Okay. Well, I mean, that would have just turned that guy, he would have came out of retirement and probably, like, you know, fucked Hasbro up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one really blew my hair back.
That's some fucked up shit.
Extremely fucked up.
I
It's
don't.
your mistake. Sometimes Street Date gets broken. Oh well. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, that was
You
not
lump
too much fucked up shit like that. Last week, we didn't talk about it, but the Writers Guild of America is on strike.
Yeah.
Which is affecting a lot of shows and movies. Daredevil Reborn or Born Again or whatever the fuck they're calling it.
They're picketing with Daredevil.
Yes, a lot of celebrities and entire show groupings of behind the scenes people and actors have all joined the picket lines. Some shows that were upcoming that are now halted: A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, Abbott Elementary, Big Mouth, Blade, Cobra Kai, Evil, Hacks, all the late night talk shows, Loot, Severance, Stranger Things, SNL, and Yellow Jackets. Have all
So honestly, Daredevil and Stranger Things, for me.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the negotiation back and forth?
I have seen that they made a pithy offer.
Yes, they made no attempts to ensure anything for the future as far as AI goes, which is the biggest concern.
Yeah.
They're trying to break the writers' rooms
Yeah.
to try and minimize the amount of writers in there, and minimize the idea of a writer's room, which is incredibly important for narrative storytelling.
Yeah.
For everyone to get together and figure out what the story is. They're trying to nix that. They're giving them less than half of what they're asking for on future rights for streaming. Like they're effectively trying to undercut the idea of creative writing because they know they can just use robots to do it in the future.
Yeah.
And it's sad and fucking disturbing and just another indicator.
The
I don't understand how that works logically.
Deadpool 3 and Thunderbolts are still moving forward, though.
They probably just have their scripts done. So.
Yeah, they got their scripts in. The Ahsoka won't be affected. Loki will not be affected.
So they
Most of those already filmed. What don't you get, Kyle?
I don't get why AI makes sense as a pathway for the profession in the future, because what is it referencing in terms of its simulations?
Well, here's the nefarious part of it. The path that I've heard, it would be simple enough to give a chatbot, say, even now, a basic breakdown of what you want from a script. It will generate it, and even if you don't like what it is, you send it to one writer for them to touch it up and make it sound more human. So you've now cut multiple writers out of the process.
Yeah.
Saving the company more money for them to give to their executives and shareholders, which is what this is all about.
Wow.
Yeah. As the argument stands, why the fuck is Bob Iger making $200 million and the people who work for him are starving?
Yeah.
A year, not just his lifetime.
But that's the infrastructure of like every business ever, though. Like the post office, right? Take my former employer. The management makes bank, and like the high ups don't work weekends. They don't do any of the shit. And meanwhile, I'd been there for 11 years, just broke 60K, and it still wasn't enough to survive because of the fact that they didn't place me anywhere close to my house. You know what I mean? Like, it's everywhere. If you're not the creator, owner, or operator of it at the highest level, then like it's structured to just be a shit show. Like, that's our society. We don't want people to all have good lives and we can't all be the same for some reason.
Well, not even we can't all be the same. The haves can't allow any sharing of what they have, or else everyone might be okay.
Right.
It all comes back to they're planning to make being poor illegal eventually. Once they get the robots that can build themselves and do all the hoeing and gardening and farming, we're done. If you get a robot that can build a car and maintain it, they don't need us anymore. They will enact the 30% sales tax. It'll be impossible for all of us to survive, and then they'll make it illegal to be poor.
How do you make it illegal to be poor?
They'll figure out a way.
But
they'll bring back debtors' prisons.
Ooh, yay!
Indentured servitude.
Do we get the Oasis at least?
Not even that cool. They would be real life, just sitting in prison and they wouldn't feed us, or just starve us to the point where there's blood on the streets and we all start going after each other and as we usually do, blaming the other poor people for our problems in life.
So why don't we just rise up and kill the rich people, then?
Because then we look like the bad guys. They have this all planned out. Don't worry. Well,
Viva la revolution.
James Gunn is holding the Superman Legacy pre-production in support of the writer's strike. Even though they're saying he probably already has the script finished, but he's doing that because he supports them.
Yeah.
A lot of people. A lot of this. Yeah. Yes, Kyle?
Oh, I had a question about the tangent that Mike started to go on. So, like, if everyone... Okay, so the idea that everyone's going to be poor one day, right?
Yeah.
Most of us are poor now.
Most of us.
Okay, so if the idea is for rich people to continue to gain wealth, to continue to hoard their wealth, right?
Mm-hmm.
How does that function if AI is doing all the work? Like,
Is the assumption that even when people can't afford to live, they're still buying unnecessary things?
Well, no. There will be just enough money circulating at the bottom level for the 99% for us to survive for a while. But eventually, it'll all just filter up to the upper echelon. They'll hold on to it. Like the metaphor I've been thinking of lately is, we all agree that money is the blood of an economy, right? If you have the metaphor that a body is an economy. If we imagine that 90% of the blood in a body has pooled in your hand. I mean, more realistically, it would be a finger. But let's just say your hand, like 5% of your body. How healthy would you be?
Not very healthy.
Not very healthy at all. They are basically going to cut the rest of the body off and just live as the hand. Because the hand will have enough robots to do all the work for them.
It's still not sustainable, though. That's the point Kyle's making.
No, that is sustainable.
But
The rich people don't need us if they have enough robots to do the work for them.
Yeah, but then their wealth is meaningless.
Yeah, they don't. At this point, money doesn't matter to them. Money is power. To us, if we were to do word association, and you say, and I say money to you, most of us would be like survival. Food.
No, but so my point is that the idea of money as power only works if they have people to have power over.
Right.
Yeah, but eventually it will be outmoded once we've been wiped out. Once the 99% have been wiped out,
but
money will no longer matter. It's all about controlling areas.
But that 1%.
But if someone wants to give us that money,
each other.
Yeah.
They won't need to. Well, yeah, they'll fight amongst themselves.
Right.
So it's a power play. It's all a power play. They just got to get rid of us first so they can fight each other.
But if they want to just partake with some of that money to sponsor Nerdities, right at nerdities@gmail.com, so we can, do some more fun things and have bigger budgets for our fun things and our content. Yeah.
Way to try and make fun again, Joe.
Yeah. Trying.
All right. Let me roll through this news here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. You said you had a lot. So let's narrow it down to 3, shall we?
No.
Yeah.
At 2 hours and 20 minutes, Into the Spider-Verse is the longest-running animated feature film of all time.
I thought you were going to say we were 2 hours and 20 minutes into this show, because I believe it.
No, we're not. We are an hour and 31 minutes.
It's kind of crazy since it's part 1 of 2.
Yeah, I know.
Too long.
I'm there for
the writer's strike. Did that. X-Men 97 is coming soon to the Disney Plus.
We have a date?
I don't think so.
Are you bringing up the initial image?
Well, I was going to bring up the small synopsis and who the main characters were going to be.
Okay.
Head writer and executive producer Beau DeMau confirmed which mutant characters would take center stage in the new series. So who are the X-Men 97 Revival's main characters? None other than Cyclops and Storm. We absolutely love to hear it, says the Nerdist. The series will be picking up several months after Xavier left to space with Lilandra to heal. Some characters like Jean and Scott or Rogue and Gambit have thought maybe they can live the life they've been fighting for. It doesn't seem to be that way. Storm's got some new hair going on. We know that...
Mohawky?
I think so. We know that Sunspot, Cable, Bishop, and Nightcrawler are among the new additions to the main team.
I was never a fan of the fact that they didn't hold to either of the main teams, and like Colossus only floated in every once in a while. Nightcrawler made a cameo or two.
We know Sinister is the main villain. He seems to have the Hellfire Club behind him and the Morlocks.
Whoa, Eddie?
What?
The Hellfire Club, Eddie? What's his name from Stranger Things?
The OG Hellfire Club from the X-Men. But I like what you did there.
Hey.
Jonathan Majors could be facing up to a year in prison. Yes, a 1-year sentence in assault case. So it's not looking too...
Not the one that initially caught everyone's attention, right? Because that was dropped. This is a different one?
Different one.
We should be expecting that recasting news at some point soonish.
I just read an article titled that they have a name in mind just in case they have to pull the trigger.
Yeah. They gotta have contingencies.
Oh, yes.
Beetlejuice 2 is coming September 6th, 2024.
Good, they're giving us some time. I had a bad feeling they were going to kind of crank that one out. Wait, do we know if Burton's involved in that?
I was just going to ask that. I see nothing about him.
Don't know.
His return.
Although he has worked with Jenna Ortega on Wednesday, which is a delightful show.
Actually, IMDb has him listed as the director.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Alfred Goh worked on the...
Yeah, this has got a really good crew.
A lot of people on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 writers. Never gets the time, but they're right.
Given the writer's strike and everything...
Justin Theroux's going to be in it?
Will this be delayed?
Oh, this is definitely going to be delayed. I guarantee you they don't have a final script on this yet.
All right, I'm going to read you, since they didn't get to have an actual award show, I guess, because of the strike. The MTV Movie and TV Awards was the other day. The Best Music Documentary went to Selena Gomez, My Mind and Me. It beat out Love Lizzo, Halftime, Cheryl, The Day the Music Died, The Story of Don McLean's American Pie.
The whole documentary.
The Comedic Genius Award went to Jennifer Coolidge, Stifler's mom. Best Reality On-Screen Team, presented by Sonic, went to Ariana Madix, Katie Maloney, Shiana Shea, and Lala Kent in Vanderpump Rules. They beat out a bunch of other bullshit that I don't know why they're TV shows. Best Host went to Drew Barrymore for The Drew Barrymore Show. She beat out Joel Madden from Ink Master, Nick Cannon from The Masked Singer, RuPaul from RuPaul's Drag Race, and Kelly Clarkson from The Kelly Clarkson Show. Best Competition Series went to RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. Beat out The Challenge, The Traitors, Big Brother, and All-Star Shore. Somehow the Kardashians won Best Docu-Reality Series.
Mm-hmm.
Best Song went to Taylor Swift for Carolina, from Where the Crawdads Sing. Beat out Rihanna, Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. One Republic's I Ain't Worried from Top Gun Maverick. Lady Gaga, Hold My Hand from Top Gun Maverick. Doja Cat's Vegas from Elvis. And Demi Lovato's Still Alive from Scream 6.
I've actually heard Doja Cat's song, so I have that much of a stake in this. I kind of like it.
Best Kick-Ass Cast went to Stranger Things. And they beat the Teen Wolf movie, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, Outer Banks, and Ant-Man and the Wasp's Quantumania.
I don't know how Outer Banks didn't win that.
Me neither. Best Duo went to Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. They beat out Tom Cruise and Miles Teller from Top Gun Maverick, Simona Tabasco and Beatrice Grano from The White Lotus, Jenna Ortega and Thing from Wednesday, Camila Mendez and Maya Hawke from Do Revenge. Most Frightened performance went to Jennifer Coolidge in The White Lotus. She beat Jesse Tyler Ferguson in Cocaine Bear, Justin Long in Barbarian. Has anybody watched Barbarian yet? Can everybody please watch Barbarian?
What's it on?
It's on Max.
Okay.
Rachel Sennott from Bodies, 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 and Sosie Bacon from Smile. Best Fight went to Courtney Cox versus Ghostface in Scream 6. She beat out Keanu Reeves versus Everyone in John Wick 4. Escape from Narkina 5 from Andor. Jamie Campbell Bower, Vecna, versus Millie Bobby Brown's 11 in Stranger Things. And Brad Pitt's Ladybug versus Bad Bunny, the Wolf, and Bullet Train, which I still haven't watched. I'm mad I haven't watched that.
We're all in agreement here, right? Like, whoever, 3 people voted for this: Courtney Cox, the guy in the Scream mask, and the director.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Breakthrough performance went to Joseph Quinn for Stranger Things. He beat out Rachel Sennott from Bodies, Bodies, Emma Darcy from House of the Dragon, Bella Ramsey in The Last of Us, and Bad Bunny in Bullet Train. I don't even want to read Best Comedic Performance, but okay. The winner went to Adam Sandler for Murder Mystery 2. And he beat out Dylan O'Brien from Not Okay, Jennifer Coolidge from Shotgun Wedding, Keke Palmer from Nope, and Quinta Brunson from Abbott Elementary. Best Kiss presented by Cheetos went to Madison Bailey and Rudy Pankow for Outer Banks. Beat out Riley Keough and Sam Claflin from Daisy Jones and the Six, Selena Gomez and Cara Delevingne from Only Murders in the Building. I'm going to start watching that. Harry Styles and David Dawson, My Policeman, and Anna Torv and Philip Prageau, The Last of Us. Best Villain went to Elizabeth Olsen for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Beat out Harry Styles and Don't Worry Darling, Jamie Campbell Bower Vecna from Stranger Things, Megan from Megan, and the Bear from Cocaine Bear. I call bullshit.
So MTV sucks.
That's
all I gotta say.
Harry Styles was a pretty good villain in Don't Worry Darling, but Vecna was fucked up, man.
Every one of those. The Bear. The Bear was sadly more convincing than Wagner.
I don't blame the Bear, though. He was high on coke.
He was fucked up.
When did MTV Movie Awards peak? Because they're definitely way past it.
When we stopped watching it.
I don't know if it ever was good.
Best Hero went to Pedro Pascal for The Last of Us, beat out Tom Cruise for Maverick, Paul Rudd in Ant-Man, Jenna Ortega in Wednesday, and Diego Luna from Andor. Jenna Ortega would pick up Best Performance in a Show for Wednesday. Best Performance in a Movie went to Tom Cruise over Michael B. in Creed 3, Keke Palmer in Nope, Florence Pugh in Don't Worry Darling, and Austin Butler in Elvis. I call bullshit. Elvis was good. Best Show went to The Last of Us, not Stranger Things, even though it, won like all the other awards. Best Movie went to Scream 6 over Smile, Top Gun Maverick, Nope, Elvis, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and Avatar The Way of Water. There you go.
I'm going to have to ask you to please never, ever read the MTV Movie Awards.
Again.
Please.
I will amend that. I don't mind if you read the winners of the MTV Movie Awards. I don't give a shit who the nominees were if it didn't win.
Okay, fair enough. Moving
on.
on.
I don't give a shit either way, but hearing who the other nominees are just adds to the stupidity of the winners.
Correct.
Burger King is releasing a Into the Spider-Verse crossover meal. You can get your hands on a red Whopper.
Yep.
It is a red bun with black sesame seeds.
Doing that shit again, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they try the black bun and it just didn't work?
Yes, Joe, but that wasn't a Spider-Man tie-in, and this is, so maybe more people will buy it.
I don't know. I went to Burger King a couple weeks ago and spent $35 on like 2 meals, and
well, whose fault was that, Joseph?
Yeah, that's your mistake, Joe. You should know better by now.
Come on.
Yeah, value menu.
I thought you went to film school.
You're better than that. Now for some Disney news. There's a new Japanese restaurant opening in Epcot, right across the water from the Seven Seas Lagoon. Or not Seven, whatever the fuck.
Bay Lake.
No, it's not Bay Lake.
Crescent Lake.
Yeah,
Crescent Lake.
It's going to be an izakaya style, so Japanese bar.
Hell yeah.
Sushi.
Sign me up.
Karaoke?
No, I mean, I'm sure no one's going to stop you from breaking out into it.
So, this is going to take over Tokyo Dining because that hasn't been open.
Yes, that's what is replacing it. Welcome change. I think it's cool.
Are you going to be able to get drunk and yell at your boss?
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
I want looking at some of their dishes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna be good stuff.
I love sushi.
A lot of.
I want all of it.
A lot of grilled meats on sticks. A lot of sushi.
Okay, that got my interest.
Yep. And alcohol. There's a little gelato cart by Pizza Rizzo's in the Muppet section of Hollywood Studios that currently has Pog flavored gelato.
Pog flavored gelato.
Pog flavored gelato.
Have you shared this? Does my wife know about this?
No. I kept the secret for the show.
Okay, because she will go nuts over that.
Yes.
Are you saying Pog?
Pog, P-O-G.
Yes.
For
Like
passion fruit orange guava.
Oh, I thought you meant like the cardboard stacks, you have the slammer.
That's where that... I wish you were here on our Disney show from the other night. That's where that originated from.
Oh.
So the tops of the Pog juice in Hawaii used to have the colorful little cartoons, and the kids used to play with that, and that's where the game originated from.
Oh.
Yeah. You're welcome.
So that's by Pizza Rizzo.
Yes, by Pizza Rizzo.
Okay.
And the big news that dropped yesterday. Big news is Disney announced that the Disney Dining Plan is returning for trips starting January 9th, 2024. That you can book the regular Disney Dining Plan or the Quick Service Dining Plan. Bookings open May 31st for dates in 2024. Annual pass holders will be able to make room-only bookings and add the dining plan to that without having to book extra tickets. DVC members will also be able to add the dining plan into a DVC booking.
Huge.
I have a question that you may or may not have details on. May 31st, opening up for bookings in 2024.
It is.
How far into 2024?
I do have the specifics because they didn't release this to the general public, but I got my special email from them because I'm an employee. It's for the entire year.
Wow.
Yeah, it is from January 1st to December 31st of 2024. Which is usually unheard of. They don't go full year. But I guess because they're doing all these things, they're opening the year wide open on May 31st. Disney World...
Yeah, my thought was it was only going to be until May 31st, from May 31st to May 31st.
No, sir.
Christmas is going to book up quick.
Can confirm the entire year. Disney World will no longer require park passes for guests using date-based tickets starting January 9th of 2024. This excludes cast members, annual pass holders, and those using non-dated tickets like student groups, convention groups, some promotional tickets, etc., who will still need to book park passes. So the GP, general public, if you got a regular ticket, you do not have to make a park pass reservation anymore. Praise the almighty Atheismo. Because that was a pain in the dick.
He is undoing everything Chapek did.
Yeah, in one stroke.
Yep.
Disney World will introduce good-to-go days when annual pass holders and cast members will not need to book park passes. This is in addition to the current benefit where APs don't need to book park passes for visits after 2 p.m. on weekdays. Extended evening hours and early theme park entry hotel guests benefits will be extended through 2024, so you will still get your early entry and your late evenings. The evening hours will remain just for those staying in the deluxe level and DVC. And
if you haven't done it,
and some good neighbor hotels like the Waldorf Four Seasons, which I just became certified with them, and whoa.
Wait, so like, say for example, I'm staying at Port Orleans French Quarter, because that's where I stayed last time I went.
You will have...
I get morning hours, but not evening hours?
Not
right.
evening hours.
What?
Yes.
Right.
Only morning hours, Joe. Shush.
Yes. No, Joe said the same thing you're saying.
Okay. No, we were all talking over each other, so I couldn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah. So morning hours only. Got it.
Yes. And WDW, the Walt Disney World, is currently working on ways to make Genie Plus available for planning before your trip. So, essentially bringing back the old FastPass system. But giving you the ability that on the day, once you use your pre-existing FastPasses, you would then be able to book more FastPasses. That's what all this means. That's the fancy term for all that.
Is he going to do it at the 45-day like it was? Is up in the air?
No, it's not up in the air. I can confirm that it is still 45 days and it is still 60 days for dining, which pisses me off.
Well, I kind of missed the 180 days out for dining because
that's why I'm saying it pisses me off. 180 was perfect.
You can book anything you wanted at 180.
Yeah, I know.
You had choice of everything.
60 days is way too close because you have people that are overlapping your vacation that have eaten up most of the spots.
But that's why we could never get Space 220 because of the 60. If it was 180, we'd be able to get,
Just do the lounge. It's better.
That's what we want, but we can't find any openings.
You don't need openings. You just walk in.
Okay. Okay. We shall do.
You just walk up, you tell them that you want to go to the lounge, and they'll give you the ticket. You still get to ride the elevator, and then you go to the lounge.
Okay. We want to do that.
But yeah, I was hoping, but then I got my little press conference video, and then it was confirmed that it was still the fucking 60-day window. I mean, that could change.
Yeah.
But as of right now, it's still 45 days and 60 days. There is supposed to be another big announcement from them in the next day or so. So,
okay.
I know a lot of people have their fingers crossed that they're bringing back the Magical Express.
That would be nice. Beth is hoping for the Cali Grill brunch to be announced now that they announced the dining plan.
I don't know.
Yeah, that one.
I don't think it's going to happen unless California Grill goes back to a la carte. With it being prefixed, I don't see it. But there's still restaurants that aren't open. 1900 Park Fair is not even open.
Yeah. When we talked to a cast member at the Grand, they said that will open once the renovations are complete.
Yeah, I do know that they were undergoing a bunch of shit on the inside.
There's a lot. But I think that might be the only one that's not open.
There was another one. But if you're interested in booking a trip to Walt Disney World or Disneyland or any of the Disney properties around the world, please don't hesitate to ask me. Go to Core Memory Travel on Facebook. Check out the page. Click the email. I'll get back to you. I'll hook you up. I am now a full graduate of the College of Disney Knowledge. That's right. I know all the Disney shenanigans, from the cruise lines to the Adventure by Disney's, all the Good Neighbor hotels in both California, all 31 of them, and the ones in Disney World. I'm your man. I got you. I know things. Take the vacation.
Do it.
Spots and Nerdities send us to Disney World so we could do a show from there to educate you more.
Are you whoring for business because you know more topics left?
Well, yeah. I just have douche and nerd.
All right. I'm not sure if I have a douche or a nerd. I have someone to bring up, but I think I'm going to need the group to tell me the fact that Robert De Niro at 79 years old became a father for the 7th time. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, sure, he's still fucking at 79, but come on.
Wait,
7 kids?
Wait.
What?
Is that possible?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Picasso had a kid when he was 90. Well, he didn't have the kid. He came, and a woman had the kid.
But, like, old man sperm works that well?
It's De Niro.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there had to have been some damage over the years.
I'm thinking probability-wise, it's not the cream of the cream.
Brother.
But yeah, it still flows. There's still swimmers in there.
But like,
apparently.
How young is the mother?
I don't know. In classic Hollywood fashion, Robert De Niro became father at 79. Apparently, he wished this child into existence because the woman didn't do any work.
Well, I'm asking because, like, is she at peak fertility? Is that why this is... Because, like, if he's fucking someone his own, you know, like, closer to his age, like, pre-menopausal, like, it might not work as well, right? But, like...
What about probability?
But if she's, like, younger and the eggs are, you know...
She could be 30 years younger, and the odds would not be ever in their favor.
Right. So, like, I'm just trying to get at, like, his sperm can't be that good, is what I'm saying.
Hold on. His much younger girlfriend, Tiffany Chen. Alright, so she is 64. What? She is 64? No.
No, I think his ex-wife is 64.
It's Robert De Niro's girlfriend, 64.
The 64-year-old's pregnant.
I don't think it's the same Tiffany Chen.
I mean, it's not impossible. I think you can extend via hormones and stuff if you feel the need to abuse your body like that, but I don't think it's a good... Wait, no, because there's only a set amount of eggs in the body.
Yeah.
I don't know enough to talk about this. I really don't.
26. She was 26 in 2011. Okay, so...
Carry the 2.
I had doing math right now.
She's 38.
38?
Yeah.
In a row.
It's still considered a geriatric pregnancy.
For a 38-year-old?
Yeah, I think anything past 35.
That seems a bit extreme. Okay, geriatric pregnancy. Wow. We define advanced maternal age, formerly geriatric pregnancy, to those that are 35 years or older at their estimated delivery date.
Thank you.
Historically, pregnancies at this age or older are considered at high risk. So, yeah. Bobby D, number 7.
Wow.
Take that as you will.
He's like the white Nick Cannon.
Yeah, he's got the white dick cannon, apparently.
Hey, that might be a show name.
Could be. What was your nerd?
I have a douche.
Okay.
I have a douche and 2 nerds. My douche of the week is Missouri.
Missouri?
The state?
I will tell you the story, and, like, you'll understand. 2 10-year-old children were found working at a Louisville McDonald's restaurant.
Yeah, this one.
Sometimes until 2 a.m., the U.S. Department of Labor said last Tuesday. The revelation was part of an investigation into the child labor law violations in the Southeast. The agency also found 3 franchises that own more than 60 McDonald's locations in Kentucky, Indiana, Maryland, and Ohio, employed 305 children to work more than the legally permitted hours and perform tasks prohibited by law for young workers, the Labor Department said in a statement. The franchisees, Bauer Food, Archways Richwood, and Bell Restaurant Group, did not immediately respond to a request for comment. CNN has also reached out to McDonald's for comment. Investigators from the department's Wage and Hour Division found 2 10-year-old workers at a Louisville McDonald's restaurant among many violations of federal labor laws committed by 3 Kentucky McDonald's franchise operators. The release said investigators also determined 2 10-year-old children were employed but not paid, sometimes worked as late as 2 a.m. The 3 franchisees face a combined $212,754 civil money penalties for the child labor violations, the release said. Too often, employers fail to follow the child labor laws that protect young workers, said Karen Garnett Civils, the agency's Wage and Hour Division District Director, in a statement. Under no circumstances should there ever be a 10-year-old child working in a fast food kitchen around hot grills, ovens, and deep fryers. I want to go on record by saying I don't think there should be a 10-year-old working.
With you there.
Where this economy is going.
What?
Where this economy is going, 10 years old is going to be the new 18 or 16.
I wonder if it started as like a young parent who worked at McDonald's having to bring their kid there because they didn't have childcare. And they were just like, oh, yeah, the kid can help out. And then all of a sudden they realized the kid was working harder than their parents, so they shit-canned the parent and just gave the kid all the parents' hours.
But it's
I remember
multiple
like being 16 and you had to get working papers at 16
in this state, in New Jersey. Yeah.
So Missouri does not have.
I have a 13-year-old, right? And
Missouri apparently enjoys companies.
And I can remember back 3 years when he was 10, and I don't know any 10-year-old who would be able to perform tasks.
I would trust James to make the fries.
Consistently enough to be, like, considered a worker.
I would trust James to make the fries.
To grab the trays and wash them off. That one.
Even that's questionable. Because were you here? You weren't here last weekend. When I was like, hey, we were rushing around. I was clean up your breakfast. He had a bowl of cereal. And, like, an hour goes by, I come back to the kitchen, and the bowl of cereal is still sitting in the sink. And so I yelled for him. I was like, didn't I tell you to clean up? He goes, yeah. Doesn't that imply putting the fucking bowl in the dishwasher? You didn't even have to wash it. You just had to put it in the dishwasher. Oh, well, you just said clean up. Yeah, dude. I know. That's part of cleaning up.
Bare minimum. I remember being a kid.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, that's why none of that works for me.
So yeah, fuck Missouri.
Yeah, fuck Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
My nerds of the week are 2 Twitter posts, but I have to find them, so give me a second.
In the meantime, if you want to sponsor Nerdities,
God damn it, Joe.
Nerdities@gmail.com.
There's no dead air when Joe's on the show.
Tony Khan, for 2 things. One, the pre-sales for the AEW All-In London at Wembley Stadium, pre-sale alone, last number was 50,000 tickets sold. And then when it went on sale to the general public in the first day, another 10,000 tickets were sold. No one thought that they were going to be able to even put like 30,000 people in the arena. Or the stadium, I should say. And this is all without any match being announced for this fucking show. That's fucking impressive. Good for Tony Khan. The second one is, it's more of a little chuckle that it gave me. But Tony had tweeted out that on Ring of Honor last week, there was going to be the Commander versus Angelico match. And Michelle Branch Davidians on Twitter said this was booked specifically for me, and Tony Khan responded with, "'Cause you're everywhere to me." Now, it might take a second. Kyle got it.
Yep, I got it.
Yep.
I got it.
Michelle Branch was the singer.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Never would have gotten that.
No.
Nope.
It got me though. So he gets the bravo on that. And the other one I have is for Tony Gilroy. I hope I didn't lose this.
Well, that's a show.
Looks like you lost it.
It does kind of look like I lost it. He had come out to say that there wouldn't be a Snyder cut of whatever fucking movie it was.
Rogue One.
Yes, that's it, Rogue One, because the movie that they put out was near perfect.
It's annoying that people have to answer these questions. Would you give us more of the movie that worked fine as it was?
Yeah, see, this is way back when I was saying that it was a bad idea to release the fucking Snyder cut because it was going to set up precedents for all these fucking nerds out there to be like, oh, can we have more of this movie? No.
Yeah, but Rogue One was a good movie.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It doesn't make any sense in this instance.
No.
Justice League was another director taking over. At least they wanted to see the one guy's version. Okay, cool.
90% of it was used anyway, but whatever.
Yeah. But you got the fucking movie that the director and the writer wanted to make.
Yeah. It's the same thing with that fucking Ayer cut of Suicide Squad.
That shit's never happened.
Get over yourself.
Did you see the images of Jared Leto? The images are going to make his acting better.
Sure they will.
Yeah, they'll figure out a way to make that character make sense.
Yeah.
It was the editing. The editing was the problem.
Yeah.
That's right. It wasn't everything, just the editing.
Yeah.
The Snyder Cut Justice is Gray edition, because that movie can only be seen in black and white.
Alright, let's take it home, Kyle.
Alright. As always, if you like what you hear, you can like us on Facebook.com/Nerdities. Follow us on Twitter @Nerdities. Email us at nerdities@gmail.com and check out Nerdity stuff.
While you're there, go to prowrestlingtees.com/Nerdities, NERDATIES. Buy a t-shirt. If you don't want a t-shirt, and instead you want some nice, sweet, delicious, decadent desserts to fill the hole inside of your poor soul, go over to sinfulcreationsbyjustin.com. Order something delicious for yourself. Because even though it's food made for the rich, it's still priced for the poor, just like you. And even though you can't afford to live the life of luxury you want, may I just go out there and say, take the vacation. It's fine if they repo your car. You're going to have these memories. Go to Core Memory Travel Facebook page. Like it. Follow it. Email me. I'll hook you up with a affordable vacation of your dreams. Just go ahead and make those memories. It's the one thing that the government won't be able to take from you for now. Oh, and for a sweeter version of me, listen to Can't Stop the Rope Drop and buy those t-shirts when they come out. Also, super high quality. All done by Mike, because he is the master.
The opinions of the Nerdies crew are idiotic point that I don't want to say far more insulting next week before more than
Wait, you're not going to shill anymore?
Oh, go to YouTube, like us,
4 times was enough.
Subscribe. Well, this is YouTube
It's
now,
the YouTube
and
stuff.
hit the bell to get notified when we drop new content.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
And then a fuck bye.
Then fuck bye.
Fuck bye.
Fuck bye.
And why should I care?
Drop